history, a better way of life has been man's dream, man's goal. Throughout the ages, man has searched for answers to the countless mysteries of the universe in an attempt to understand and improve our existence. Today, the mystery of the great unknown is being explored unendingly by research scientists, hoping to find practical application for advancements in all of our lives and ways. Each discovery in any special field of science fulfills the human destiny of which they and we and our world are a part, with a purpose to perform toward perfection. The latest research in humanity's quest for advancement is taking place here at Hanzo Industries. After years of keeping the world safe through the development of sophisticated weapon systems, Hanzo Industries has decided to turn its attention towards emerging fields of science and technology. For over 10 years, Hanzo has searched for new ways to further the evolution of the human race by providing technological solutions to the most pressing problems of our time. At Hanzo Industries, we believe in the possibility of fundamentally improving the human condition through applied reason, and by developing and making widely available technologies to greatly enhance human potential. Today, the Hanzo Science Team is about to embark on its latest and most ambitious research project. It is the culmination of over 8 years of research and preparation that began not long after Hanzo Industries decided to dedicate its time and resources toward advancements in research science. Located here in northern New Mexico at one of Hanzo's former missile test sites, the Hanzo Science Team is preparing to launch its first research satellite into space.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Once in orbit, the objective of Hanzo's new satellite is to observe the geophysical properties of the Earth and its region of influence in space. One of the most important scientific discoveries of the space age has been the Earth's magnetosphere, the region in space which is distorted by Earth's internal magnetic field. The primary goal of the Hanzo Science Team is to explore the shock wave and transition region on the sunward side of the magnetosphere, and the extended tail with its neutral magnetic sheet on the night side of the magnetosphere. While in orbit, the satellite's secondary objective is to search for and observe any magnetic anomalies that may occur on the Earth's surface. Astroscience is just one of the new fields of research that is being explored by Hanzo Industries. Hanzo supports a number of emerging and converging sciences and technologies, such as biotechnology, nanotechnology, social engineering, and cryonics. And with each new scientific challenge that faces Hanzo Industries, always the call goes out: help wanted. Hanzo Industries is seeking forward-looking men and women, eager in outlook, with vision, perspective, and honest point of view, to see the challenge of our times. Men and women boldly imaginative, of character, of penetrating curiosity, and of barrier-breaking courage to engineer the future of mankind. Last year, Hanzo Industries established a sustaining university program called the Hanzo Foundation that provides grants nationwide for graduate training, scientific research, and laboratory facilities that support and encourage experimental science research in the academic community. More than 1,000 pre-doctoral students worked under Hanzo training grants, They were in universities in each of the 50 states. 70 received their PhDs during the year and are doing teaching or research in government, industry, or university. Their interim or final results were a significant factor in experimental science accomplishments. Research science and engineering laboratories, wholly or partly funded by the Hanzo Foundation, were put into service at 8 institutions during the last year. 4 more have been previously completed, and another 15 are underway. Right now, humanity is in the early stages of a period of explosive expansion in physical, intellectual, and psychological capabilities. And in the next 50 years, the work done in partnership with Hanzo Industries and the Hanzo Foundation may yield technological breakthroughs which may predominantly change the nature of mankind as we know it. Evolution, through the scientific advancement of the human race.
Since the dawn of time, man has been curious, imagining all that is possible. The Hanzo Foundation, reaching out to a better tomorrow. Discover the experience for yourself. Go to letyourcompassguideyou.com. Discover the experience for yourself. Call 1-877-HANS-ORG. Discover the experience for yourself. Go to hanzocareers.com.
Welcome to subliminal advertising. Don't worry, it will only affect your brain.
Embedding Lyman. Embedding Lyman.
Subliminal advertising complete.
The brute force of nature. Need we always live at its mercy? Life's tragedies. They bring pain, but they also bring understanding. While nature's fury cannot be checked, the human cost can be. With the Hanso Mathematical Forecasting Initiative, we're advancing warning systems and speeding disaster relief. At the Hanso Foundation, we're reaching out to a better tomorrow in which man and nature live in harmony.
Welcome to subliminal advertising. For best results, do not blink.
Lime. Lemon. Lime. Lemon. Lime. Lemon.
Subliminal advertising complete.
Spirited debate. It's the cornerstone of our philosophy here at the Hanso Foundation. We're reaching out to a better tomorrow, and that means listening to our critics, even those who would lob unfounded claims from the darkness. We're confident in our mission. That's why we invite you. Talk about us. Discuss our accomplishments and continued progress. We are here for you. Thank you, and namaste.
Hello, I'm Laird Granger, and welcome to Book Talk. Today we're talking to Gary True, novelist and non-fiction author, whose works include The Valenzetti Equation and his newest mystery novel, Bad Twin. Welcome, Gary. Nice to have you here.
Thanks. Glad to be here, Laird.
Bad Twin. What inspired the novel?
I was game fishing off the Florida Keys, and I got to talking to the boat captain. He started telling me about this other business that he had, which was ferrying people and things in and out of Cuba, illegally, of course.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought he'd make a great character, and that was the spark that got the book going.
But the book's not really about him.
No, the boat captain is just a point of departure. But here's this guy. One day he's taking families fishing, and the next day he's making smuggling runs. And it was that duality that intrigued me, how we all have good and bad inside of us.
And is that what the title Bad Twin refers to?
Yeah, the book is a story about a private investigator named Paul Artisan, who's hired by this rich man to track down his missing twin, the supposed bad twin from the title.
But without giving anything away here, who is bad and who is good? That's all part of the mystery, isn't it?
Yes, very much so.
Your book mentions a lot of real-life people, places, and institutions.
Yeah, I try to incorporate real-life stuff into my fiction. Just gives it a lot more veracity.
Like Alvar Hanso and the Hanso Foundation.
Right.
Did including them have anything to do with your nonfiction writing?
Absolutely. I wrote a nonfiction book called The Valenzetti Equation.
About the reclusive Princeton mathematician Enzo Valenzetti and his famous theorem.
Yes.
At least that's what they say it's about. I have to confess, I can't find a copy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, first of all, it was a small printing. And allegedly, now I emphasize allegedly, Alvar Hanso bought up all the available copies, and he bought the rights to reprint.
Why would he do that?
It's a good question.
Your book was critical of him?
No. But as I was doing my research, I discovered that Alvar Hanso is the only guy in the world who has an actual copy of the Valenzetti equation. Now, despite repeated requests, I was categorically denied access to it. In fact, no one outside the Hanso Foundation has access to it.
And what about inside the Hanso Foundation?
Right. From what I've been able to learn, even within the Hanso Foundation, the Valenzetti equation is one of the most closely guarded secrets.
That must have made it hard for you to write the book.
And beyond that, look, at every turn, Alvar Hanso and the Hanso Foundation, they try to stop me from writing it. I mean, for whatever reason, they want to keep Valenzetti and his work a secret. They don't want the public to know anything about it. You know what? We're here to talk about Bad Twin.
Sounds like you've got your next piece of non-fiction in the works here.
Look, the Hanso Foundation promotes itself as bettering humanity. And that's all I'm going to say about it right now, because I am going to be writing a book about this. And I'll tell you this, as soon as people find out what's going on inside this huge, famous, supposedly benevolent foundation, yeah, it's going to shock you.
Tell me about Cindy.
This isn't going to air until after the book's published, right?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, well, I'm an inveterate bachelor. I mean, I never even thought about coming close to getting married until, I started doing research for Bad Twin.
Which required lots of travel to Australia.
8 times, actually. Yeah, I'm kind of a research fanatic. And, a large part of the book takes place down there, so.
Well, of course, your love for deep-sea fishing and the Great Barrier Reef had nothing to do with it.
Hey, come on, that's research. Anyways, either coincidentally or by fate, there is this incredible woman, Cindy.
Welcome to subliminal advertising. For best results, do not blink.
Lyman.
Tart and tingling. Don't worry, it will only affect your brain.
You are about to witness something rare and wonderful. The birth of a new Jeep CJ, CJ7. A spirited and agile off-road vehicle with options like a molded hardtop and automatic transmission. Our new baby is every bit as rugged as the famous Jeep CJ5, even though CJ7 offers extra convenience and some extra space for gear. So now you've got a choice. Jeep CJ5 or CJ7, son of CJ5.
Guess what's coming into your orbit? Go to ApolloCandy.com to find out where you can get your free Apollo.
Constant stirring and low heat develop the flavor of the mixture which is now called chocolate paste. This rotary action conch is preferred for some types of chocolate, while other chocolates benefit most from longitudinal conching techniques. The chocolate paste entering a conch is thick and visibly coarse in texture. In a back and forth or reciprocating action, large granite rollers rub the paste over a corrugated granite base. After 72 hours of conching, this chocolate has reached a rich, mellow consistency with flavor to match.
It never comes easily, but I'm shot from the fight.
Oh, thank you guys very much. I appreciate that. My name is Eric Hutchinson. I'm playing some songs for you today. Sort of a bonus. Sort of me giving back to the community, guys. That's what I'm doing right here. It's all part of the Jeep Compass Tour. We've been playing all over the Midwest, the Great Lakes region. We've been to Columbus, Cincinnati, and we're playing here today. So if you guys like what you hear, feel free to come check out the Jeep outside. It's parked outside, I think right in front here. The 2007 Jeep Compass. And again, my name is Eric Hutchinson. I am selling CDs if you're interested. And that's it. Song's called Outside Villanova. Right. Yeah.
Now I'm trying to decide if I feel 30 at all. It gets hard to tell. Never just black and white. She's got a mind of her own, and she uses it well. So she invites me over outside Villanova. She got some pull-out sofa that we won't hardly need. She's only drinking soda, revving up that motor. Got places we could go to, but I still won't believe that she's only gifted. I'm standing by her side. It goes on, sit there.
No, it's okay. I'm with Don Price. Listen, I'm sorry to interrupt your show, but I don't have a lot of time. I need to get this out. My name is William Kilpatrick. I was the fleet operations manager for Jeep when the Hanso Foundation signed an agreement for a fleet of Jeep vehicles. Around that time, Rachel Blake informed me that they were planning on using the vehicles to transport harvested organs into Africa. Not for their little innocent Apollo Candy Company. Now what I'm saying, you need to let the people... Oh my God, how did they find me? Listen, everything you need to know is in the missing organs zip folder. Everything! You gotta help me! The missing organs folder! Go to the site and find out the truth! Thank you, Rachel! Help me, somebody! Help me! Get off of me!
I'll try the mic again.
What if 90 years was just the beginning? Life extension. It's the grand summation of all our work. Now, many wonder, is it safe, ethical? We say, meet Jupe. He's happy, healthy, and 105 years old. We've saved Juke from the ravages of time. Now, he's helping us to save our own lives. The Hanso Life Extension Program, we're reaching out to a better tomorrow.
Also tonight, the 2-hour series finale of season finale, rather. Not, oh, God forbid, the series finale. Great episode. A lot of the questions that we've been wanting to know answered. We even found out why the plane crashed. Turns out the plane crashed because they wanted to make a TV show about a bunch of people who survived a plane crash. Isn't that something?
That is something.
In a minute, we're going to talk to Hugh McIntyre from the Hanso Foundation. Serious Lost fans know that this is a big scoop for us. So stay tuned for that. I am sad because I'm going to miss Lost. I mean, it's bad enough when they have reruns, but now it's going to be a whole summer. Luckily, though, for fans like me who already can't wait for next season, there's a new way to get your fix. They've got a Lost video game, and we got an advanced copy of it today. It's great. One of the guys at the office played it all day today. Look at this. It's so much fun.
Take that, numbers.
Hours and hours of just... The truth is, I think back at our old Atari, Pong was not much more fun than that, really. Earlier tonight, millions of loyal viewers found a few pieces to fit in the puzzle that is the show Lost. But the Hanso Foundation remains a mystery. No one knows what it is. No one knows why they're running commercials on ABC. Are they running the island there? To answer those questions, we got contact with the Hanso Foundation spokesman. He's the communications director. His name is Hugh McIntyre, and he's coming to us live now from Copenhagen and Hanso Foundation headquarters. Hello there, Mr. McIntyre. Thank you for taking time to do this.
It's my pleasure. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Kimmel.
Did you get a chance to see the big finale tonight?
I assume you're talking about Lost.
No, I was actually talking about American Idol. Yeah, of course, Lost. Do you watch Lost?
You know, actually, I've seen it, I think, once, and I found it extremely confusing.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes.
Well, it's interesting then, because why is it that you're running commercials during Lost?
Well, the writers and producers of Lost have decided to attach themselves to our foundation, and actually it was our best way that we felt to communicate with those people who have seemed to have this belief that we have something to do with Lost, to let them know that's not true.
You have nothing to do with the program?
No, we are a non-governmental organization. We've been established for 40-plus-some years. We have projects all over the world. You know, it's very flattering that the Lost writers and producers have decided to attach themselves to us and use us as part of their mythology, but it's not true.
What does the Hanso Foundation do? What is your role?
Well, we have 6 major projects around the world. The center of that is the WWPDP, which is the Worldwide Wellness Prevention and Development Project. It is a non-governmental project, just like many, that is involved in projects in third world countries.
I see.
Working with both governmental organizations and also private entities.
What about the Dharma Initiative? This is something that we hear about on Lost, and what is your involvement with the Dharma Initiative?
Well, the Dharma Initiative was canceled in 1987. We cut off its funding. We ended that project. Yeah.
So you're not involved in it?
No. It was a real project, but for some reason, as I said before, the writers of Lost had decided to attach themselves and create us as part of the mythology. It's just not true. The way they're coloring the project.
What was the project? What was the Dharma Initiative?
Well, frankly, because of proprietary interests with the technology, I can't talk about that specifically.
What is Dharma? Is that a person's name? Is it like Dharma and Greg Dharma?
I believe that was Jenna Elfman.
Yes, yeah. How do you guys make money at the Hanso Foundation?
Well, we're very fortunate because unlike other NGOs who have to go through funding processes at least once or twice a year, we are the benefactor of a very wealthy man.
Alvar Hanso.
Yes.
Hanso.
Yes.
And where is he? He's not been seen for a few years, true?
Well, he is an extremely busy man, has a lot of interests around the world. He has many homes. He travels the world continually.
Have you met him? Have you met Alvar?
Well, of course.
You have? All right. And you also have an orangutan that is named Jupe, that is 105 years old?
Yes.
This is from your website.
Yes. And he's part of our life extension project.
And what exactly is your life extension project?
Well, the life extension project has to do with developing technologies and medicines that can extend human life.
Is there any truth to the reports you've seen? There's a website, SaveJupe.com, that the orangutan is being abused.
Well, if you go to that actual website, you'll see that that's not Jupe. Those are actually comedic videos. I don't know who created them. It seems to me that that person has created that website to sell Save Jupe t-shirts. And it has nothing to do with us.
Your company, does this have anything to do with why you built the hatches all over the island?
I assume you're talking about the island in Lost?
Yes, I am talking about the island in Lost.
I don't know why they've done that. We don't. That's a creation of fiction. That show is a creation of fiction.
Yes, you look nothing like actually the photograph that on the website that has your name attached to it.
That's true.
Why is that?
Well, that photograph that was on there was actually the photograph of my predecessor. And since I've come on to work with the foundation, one of my duties is to upgrade the website. And that's just been completed in the last month or so, and in doing so, my webmaster put up that photograph of the previous person who had my job.
There's a woman named Persephone who has been hacking your website.
Yes, she has.
And has been putting things on the website, unusual things. Who is this person and why is she doing
Well, I don't know who she is, and I don't know why she's doing it. I can just tell you this, that fortunately, she's more mischievous than damaging, although her acts are criminal.
Why do you say they're criminal?
Well, you go in and you peruse people's personal things and put up things on a website that's not true about people. She's defamed my colleagues. She's defamed myself. She said things about my family, all of which are untrue.
There's a video of you having some sort of, looks like a relationship with a woman who is not your wife.
Well, if you look closely, that's not me.
That is not you.
No, it is not me.
Well, the video
and it's easy to lob hot shots from the darkness at somebody instead of standing in front of them and making your accusations. I mean, clearly this person, whether it be a woman or a 10-year-old or what, is a criminal.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. McIntyre. I appreciate your coming on. I know there's been a lot of secrecy with the Hanso Foundation.
Well, no. We don't engage in secrecy. We're here to be as clear and as transparent as possible.
Very good. Well, thank you so much, Hugh McIntyre from the Hanso Foundation.
Thank you.
And I didn't know a bunch of those things.
Shutting down the man. Conspiracy Spies Unite. Hear DJ Dan's live underground broadcast Friday, August 11th.
I have no business coming out like this, but I need to clear the air on something. Consider this my public apology to DJ Dan. I had the wrong person, and I'll make it right soon. To the believers, I must stay away for a while, but keep digging. Jeep rescinded the contract for good reason. I'm proud of that. Will reveal what I can, when I can. Thank you, Meister 48. You're a true.
If you're watching this, if you found this, chances are you already know what's going on. But if you don't, so yeah, my blog says that I'm on vacation, but that's just a cover story. The real reason I'm in Denmark, in Copenhagen, is the Hanso Foundation. You see, they have this slogan, reaching out to a better tomorrow, but it's all a lie. For a long time, they've been doing things that need to be exposed. And now, it's worse. The fuse is about to be lit. For what? I don't know, but it's big. And since you've been curious enough to come this far, I'm going to lean on you to help me find out. Now, thanks to the work of Persephone, who hacked the Hanso Foundation website before they shut it down, here's what we do know. 1, they say that they're helping humanity, but the evidence says the Hanso Foundation will pursue its science at any cost, even human life. Worse, they're in bed with the Global Welfare Consortium. You know, the people keeping us all safe from disease. I'm sorry if these big names are confusing, but that haze is how people like them get away with stuff like Jupe, the ageless orangutan. And 2, the Hanso Squad had this program called the Dharma Initiative, super top secret. Now get this. All those scientists, they just disappeared. No one's seen or heard from them in 30... Hello? And 3, speaking of disappearing acts, Alvar Hanso, head of the whole outfit, he is missing. And by missing, I mean missing. But that doesn't mean that he's not accountable for his actions. Now, the man running the show in Alvar's absence is this Dr. Thomas Werner Mittelwerk. Here's what we know about Mittelwerk. He calls himself a doctor, but a doctor of what? I dug for any evidence of this guy getting a doctorate from every industrialized nation in the world, and guess what? Zippo. This guy is a total shadow figure. Who is he? What is he trying to do? That's what I'm here to find out. Now the fun part. Here. We've got mics, we've got cameras. We have wigs and caps, and we even have, check it out, glasses cam, just like Alias. Now you're probably wondering, what am I thinking going to all this trouble to hide my identity if I'm just going to show my face and use my real name? The fact is, whatever Hanso, Mittelwerk, and these guys are hiding, they believe in it. They've dedicated their lives to it, and they will go to any length to protect it. Chances are they already know who I am. And if they know the face that's going to take them down, you should too. Just promise me this. If they get to me, promise me that you won't let the Hanso Foundation's crimes go unpunished. Because they might be able to stop me, but they can't stop 100 of me, or 1,000. So let's rock, shall we? I've been on Mittelwerk for days now, getting down his routine. Every day it's the same. He gets up, hops in his electric car, and takes breakfast at this vegan spot down the road. Now don't be fooled. He may present himself as some sort of low-impact guy, as this paragon of green, renewable hippie virtue, but he's the only hippie I've ever known to bioengineer and hold captive a 105-year-old monkey. Anywho, restaurant. Mittelwerk always sits at the same table, never dines alone. This parade of guys in suits come in. Each sits down for a few moments before making way for the next. What's going on that they have to meet here? After that, it's on to the Hanso Foundation for the rest of the day. But today was different. Mittelwerk cut his breakfast short, rushed out agitated, and he spent the rest of the day here. I don't know what this building is, but I'm gonna find out. Want some? I went in claiming someone had ordered a pizza, and then the receptionist went through this door labeled archive. While she was gone, I found on a sign-in sheet for a shipping company, the Allied Copenhagen Marine Merchants. Mittelwerk's name was right on there. Surprise, surprise, the receptionist came back. Nobody had ordered a pizza. I tried to go in anyways, but she said it was personnel only. Since when is Middlewerk personnel of a shipping company? He has been in there for 7 hours. What is he looking for? I gotta get in there. There's been this dodgy-looking guy. He's gone by like 3 or 4 times delivering boxes to the archive. Maybe he's the way in. Now I put it on you guys. If any of this trips your wires, light up my blog. Keep your eyes peeled for updates. Until then, keep on trucking. You know that feeling? It's a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. You know it. The piece you're holding has to slide in right there. But no matter what you do, it just won't fit. Wish I felt half that good. Rachel here. I'd be lying if I said that I didn't feel frustrated. I mean, if this isn't a vacation, why do I feel like a sightseer? And are we any closer to finding Alvar Hanso? Why does one of the world's most powerful billionaires run and hide? Can a person like that even care what happens to the rest of us? And as for the man holding the reins, do we at the very least even know part of Middlewerk's game plan? Best I can tell, they're taking a new ship on an old route, but why? To find what? And what is it about this ship's design that makes it so special? At this point, I can't help but feeling like they're going to get away with whatever they're trying to do. And that can't happen. Following these guys around may be risky, but it isn't enough anymore. I don't feel like I'm going to get anywhere without taking some real action. Anything less is giving up. You ready? He's gotten out of the car. I'm gonna follow. Okay. Middlewerk's gone in there. The Copenhagen Cartographical Society. Guess we wait. There he is. Look, he didn't have that portfolio when he went in. If I get killed, it's been nice knowing you. Why don't you watch where the hell you're going, huh? You plowed right the hell into me. You damn well better be sorry. Oh, look, get up. Look at my acrylic. Look at what you did to my nails.
What are you
I'm
doing?
sorry. Let me help you with that, okay?
No, that will be quite enough.
Get off me.
Sir, are you all right?
I'm fine.
You could be on your way, miss.
There you have it. I survived a head-on collision with Thomas Werner Middlewerk. He smells like pine trees, by the way. Now, I was able to pull a not-so-blurry frame from the video. Looks like Middlewerk's cartographer prepared a map of an island. All the names have been blurred out, the numbers, the scale, but we do have a shape. Beyond that, not much else. So we have Danish shipping archives, a secret boat, and this map. Not at all what I expected, but why would it be? It's on you guys now. You point, I go. May the force be with you. Guys, we've got a problem. Middlewerk and his Hanso Foundation cronies are officially off the grid, running to who knows where. I mean, I guess on the one hand, I should be pretty happy. Maybe that little street bumping incident spooked the good doc. He's accelerating things, because he knows that we're onto him, that we're going to get him. On the other hand, he's gone, and I don't have the funds or the time to buy a ticket to the wrong city. Maybe the answer's in the facts. Okay, let's think. I'm in Copenhagen. I know that the #2 officer at the Hanso Foundation, Thomas Werner Middlewerk, is investigating the Hanso family shipping history, which just happens to involve the slave trade. I also know that another officer at the Hanso Foundation, Hugh McIntyre, is having an affair with someone from the Global Welfare Consortium. Now, seeing as the GWC is supposed to keep the Hanso Foundations of the world on the up and up, this is sort of like the Environmental Protection Agency sleeping with Exxon. And finally, a man named Mr. Paik has built a ship for the Hanso Foundation, which could relate to Middlewerk's investigation of an island by the equator. I don't know. Maybe I spooked Middlewerk a little bit too hard. I mean, yeah, I've learned a lot, but I don't know where to jump to next. I don't even know where it all connects. I don't even know if it connects to Hanso himself. I mean, I guess maybe I should be grateful that I'm alive, but alive is not giving us answers, and we want answers, don't we?
Yes? Of course I'm working. What's fire? Okay. Which institute? If you need me, I'll gladly be there when I... You hire me to fix things. It'll be fixed. When I've finished here.
Well, I guess maybe I'm onto something. Smile, you're on Purse Cam. I'm about to meet with Armin Zander, director of the Vic Institute, where that mathematician just happened to be visiting a mental patient. Wish me luck.
We are, of course, very strict about enforcing visiting hours, but mistakes do happen.
I know that's the story you practiced, and it's convincing, but I'm not from the Times, Doctor.
Well, who are you?
Just a concerned citizen.
No, you have 3 seconds to come clean before I walk out.
I read your letter.
What letter?
The one to Middlewerk, about the savants, the forced memory test, the third basement. They've lied to you. They're lying to everyone. They don't want the world to know that V.G. Banowski was at your institute. Why?
I can't talk to you.
Listen, I might not be from the Times, but if you walk out that door, the people knocking on your door tomorrow, they will be.
I didn't know what I was getting into when I took this job.
And what are you getting into?
You read my letter. The third basement, Miss Blake, it's not full of mental patients. They are mathematicians, called from the world's finest, paid to come in undercover and work in secret. Only I'm sure some of them don't want to be there. I don't know. They work day and night on this equation. And then there's the savants.
What about them?
These are autistic savants, Miss Blake. Their computational powers are unsurpassed. They keep them in this room. It's comfortable, I've seen to that. First and foremost, I am a doctor. But all day they are running this equation over and over.
What kind of equation is this?
It's like nothing I've seen. There are these symbols. I asked one of the mathematicians, and he said that they were representational.
Representational of what?
I've always thought they looked like Egyptian hieroglyphics. There are 5, maybe 6 of them in there, and it's a vulture, a staff.
You need to show me them.
I've answered your questions, Miss Blake. Now answer mine. Who are you? Why are you doing this?
The answer to that is the reason that I can't tell you. Trust me, you're safer not knowing. Dr. Xander, while you still have a chance, get away from them.
There is no getting away from them. Haven't you realized that yet?
What? This isn't your picture of the Italian Riviera? I'd rather be seaside, soaking up the rays with Mittelwerk and his cronies. But since the break-in in Copenhagen and the disappearance of the Vic Institute's Armin Zander, I've had to change my game plan. This is the closest I can get. That said, you'd be surprised what you can pick up with a pair of high-powered binoculars and a good directional mic. Now this might trip your interest. The gang's all here. Thomas Werner Mittelwerk, Hugh McIntyre, Sam's mistress, and the Hanso Foundation's chief attorney, Peter Thompson. But they're not alone. They've all been joined by several members of the Global Welfare Consortium. Now, based on everything we've seen, the ship via Mr. Paik, the map, the island, the mathematicians in Iceland, the fire, the secret equation they've been working on, my guess is Mittelwerk can only be here for one reason: to meet Enzo Valenzetti. My gut just keeps on telling me that this guy can't be dead. But then again, if I'm learning anything, it's that my instincts have lied to me just as much as they've told me the truth. Must be in my genes. Now, so far the name Enzo Valenzetti hasn't so much as even come up. All Mittelwerk's done is wine and dine those GWC execs. And there can only be one reason for that. He wants something. But what? So now you see why I'm giving up my beach time. I have to know what's going on. As soon as Mittelwerk trades in those flip-flops for loafers, as soon as he goes to meet Enzo Valenzetti or whatever he's here to do, I'll let you know. I can't tell you how many times growing up my mom told me that she dreamed of coming here. Not exactly doing the dream justice, am I? Good night, Mrs. Calabash. Wherever you are. Darla, I'm sorry. I didn't hold up my end of the deal. If it was a trap, meeting Gidget Girl here in Paris, I wanted it on camera. If it wasn't her that called, and it could have been anybody, I thought the camera, maybe that could somehow save me. I arrived 10 minutes early and waited and waited. Maybe she saw the glasses, knew I had a camera. Maybe she balked. I'll never know. You remember this face? McIntyre, 38, communications director of the philanthropic nonprofit the Hanso Foundation, apparently lost control of the vehicle. Officials pulled his body and that of Darla Taft, corporate liaison for the Global Welfare Consortium, from the submerged car. Initial ruling is that the crash was accidental. It was no accident. They were murdered. I can't do this anymore. Gidget girl, Darla, was a good person. We had a trust. I knew from the beginning that she was Hugh's mistress, and she knew that I was perceptive. Someone's shooting at me? Someone's shooting at me!
Open the door!
Oh my God. There's no way out of here.
Listen to me! Don't let me shoot the lock off!
Get away!
Don't scream. Come to me. Stay low. Now!
Ow!
Stop fighting!
Get off of
I'm
me!
not who you think I am! Oh, son of a...
Don't kill me.
If I wanted to kill you, I'd have shot you with this thing already. It's for my protection, from them. Sit down.
Them who?
Them, Middleburg. Turn that thing off. I'm going to tell you everything you want to know.
Who are you?
Not on camera, Miss Blake. Unless you want them to know who you really are. You have caused an awful lot of trouble for me.
Want to tell me who you are?
Hanso Foundation. Tech support.
I'm being terrorized by IT.
I've worked for Middleburg a long time. I erase things. Bank accounts, emails, cell phones, people.
Xander? Darla?
Yeah, that wasn't me. What happened to them was not by my hand. But I knew. And I've seen what you've been doing. I've been on to you since you hacked the Hanso Foundation web. I came to your hotel room in Copenhagen to warn you, Rachel. But
You should have knocked. Why do you want to help me?
Because I don't want to be a part of it anymore. Because he wants me to help you. And now let's talk about you. I heard your mother died. Is she the one who told you? And I'm hoping I can trust you with this.
What is this?
I intercepted an email. I kept it from Middlework and his enforcers. Hugh and Dara have a flat in Saint-Germain-des-Prés. You can find all your answers there. Tell the world, Rachel. Make a scandal. It's the only way to stop them.
I don't understand. You have the access. Why don't you tell everyone?
Look at who I am. There's no one I can tell. You have a vested interest. But me, after this I'm gone. Underground. Good luck, Rachel.
Hey, wait. Thank you.
Don't. I'm going to hell. I'm just making sure Middlework is there to keep me company.
I mean, Hugh and Darla's flat. Looks like our turncoat IT guy was right. Middlework didn't know about this place. heading to the racket club. Didn't want to wake you. Can you be ready by 3? I'll swing by and pick you up. You. If I was Darla, I'd hide it. Behind a video gadget. Okay, guys. Here goes. An ID. My face on it. Healthway Alliance. A plane ticket. Sri Lanka. That was the island? All those injections for Sri Lanka. What the hell? Rachel, I guess I feel a bit ashamed coming to you like this, but please understand why I had my friend deliver this package to you in the park. By the time you're watching this, I'll be... see, that's the reason. The end of that sentence is always dead, and God knows I don't want to be that cliche. By the time you watch this, I'll have left the bloody country, I'll have left him, I'll have run. I made you an ID pass. Use it. Middlework's about to do something awful, Rachel. I'm not quite sure what, but I know you. You'll find out. Just one last bit. If Hugh's still, around, look, I know how you feel about these people and about us, but I love him, Rachel. There's still a good man in there. He got caught up, but he's been helping me. Sri Lanka was the last straw for him too. And believe it or not, but he's been protecting you. Middlework's convinced, at least for now. He doesn't want a martyr on his hands. But that doesn't mean he won't change his mind. Especially after you uncover what's happening in Sri Lanka. So, be safe, love. And get the bastards for me, will ya? Once this is all said and done, we'll have martinis in Monte Carlo. I never met the big man, Hanso. But something tells me he'd be pretty... Spider Protocol Child J. And this is the ship, Peak Heavy Industry, the Hanso Foundation. The Helgas Antonius, it's a hospital ship. Oh God, why are all the wards labeled...
Leave us. Rachel Blake.
You recognize me.
How did you get past security?
I have contacts in your foundation. The nurse who comes in regularly to take your blood was called away in a family emergency. I'm her replacement.
It's clever. So, did you come to draw blood?
How can you joke after everything you've done?
You brought in a recording device.
No. This is between you and me.
I can hear it, Rachel. It's in your bag. You must have thought You could walk into my home armed with nothing but the truth and extract a confession from me.
Something like that?
I find your idealism touching. And since it's the truth you came for, I suppose that's what I should give you. On tape. The men you see here work for the Foundation. They do not work for me. Their job is to keep me inside, to keep me from talking to anyone of importance. I am a prisoner.
No, you are not dodging the blame.
No, I'm not. I am to blame for training Thomas Werner Mittelwerk, for grooming him to be my successor, for giving him all the tools he needed to do the awful things he has. He cannot kill me, but he can keep me locked up while he kills millions of what... He is the one who's done all the things that you've exposed, and much worse, all in my name. And yours.
Mine.
That's why you came. The reason why you've investigated the Foundation. You wanted to learn more about the trust fund that paid for your upbringing. You wondered how a single mother could pay for an education and all the advantages you were given. But you are a beautifully intelligent young woman, and you were able to trace the funds back to the Foundation. You searched, and even as you realized all the evil that was being done, even as you turned against everything that the Foundation now stands for, you kept on, because you knew the path would lead to your father. And now I need your help, even if I don't deserve it. I may never leave this house alive, and it's only a matter of time before the gods realize who you are. So take this confession. Get it to the press, to the authorities, to anyone who will listen. Make a scandal, Rachel. You are the only one who can bring down Mittelwerk and set me free. Go now, Rachel. Finish this once and for all. Go.
So long. Dad.
I'm Alvar Hanso. If you're watching this film, you already know and have worked with Gerald and Karen de Groot, founders and masterminds of the Dharma Initiative. By now, you also know there are many research goals for our joint venture. What you may not know is why we have assembled the Dharma Initiative, why we have assembled the brightest minds in the world and given them unlimited funds and access. As with all you have already been told, you are bound by your honor and commitment to keep what you are about to hear a secret. In a few weeks, after your induction counseling and survival training, you and your colleagues will be shipped to a top-secret facility. The precise location of the facility is known only to myself, the de Groots, the few high-ranking members of my organization. Why all the security? All the secrecy? The answer is simple. Your research is intended to do nothing less than save the world as we know it. In 1962, only 2 years ago, the world came to the brink of nuclear war. The United States and the Soviet Union almost fulfilled the promise of mutual assured destruction, a promise they continue to foster through a destructive Cold War. After the Cuban Missile Crisis, both nations decided to find a solution. The result was the Valenzetti equation, commissioned under the highest secrecy through the UN Security Council. The equation is the brainchild of the Italian mathematician Enzo Valenzetti. It predicts the exact number of years and months before humanity extinguishes itself, whether through nuclear fire, chemical and biological warfare, conventional warfare, pandemic, overpopulation. Its results are chilling, and attention must be paid. Valenzetti gave numerical values to the core environmental and human factors in his equation. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, and 42. Only by manipulating the environment, by finding scientific solutions to all of our problems, will we be able to change those core factors and give humanity a chance to survive. Although the equation has been buried by those who commissioned it, panic. It has always been my belief that we ignore warnings at our own peril, and thus the Dharma Initiative was born. Dharma is an acronym for Department of Heuristics and Research on Material Applications. It also stands for the one true way. And through your research, you will help humanity. We have constructed several stations on the island. Underground laboratories with the facilities you will need to do your research with the optimal expediency. All of the support you will need, including regular medicine and food drops, will be made in perpetuity. A radio transmitter has also been erected on the island, broadcasting in a frequency and encryption known only to us. The transmitter will only broadcast the core numerical values of the Valenzetti equation. When, through your research, you manage to change the numerical value of any one of these factors, when you have created through science that we will know that the one true way has been found. That is the work to which you have committed yourself. Change the core values of the Valenzetti equation, and you will change the course of destiny. The fate of the human race is in your hands. Thank you, and namaste.
We all know what happened. The Dharma Initiative failed. And in spite of every effort of the Foundation, we are gripped in the tyranny of those 6 numbers. We have tried to change those values by manipulating the environment in many, many ways. We have done our level best, and yet this inscrutable equation keeps bringing us back into the numbers. So now we have to take radical action. And I just want to tell all of you that I trust you to do what is best. The villagers of Falam and Bitu Alami have allowed us to test our vaccine on them. They think they're infected with a virus carried by local macaques, and they believe we are bringing them the cure. So when you go in, you have to keep up the story. You know it by heart. Don't waver. When the deaths begin, you must comfort everyone with compassion and empathy. And the bodies of the dead must be brought to this station immediately for full genetic workup. We must make absolute certain we are hitting precise genetic targets we have engineered into the virus. The optimal mortality rate is 30%. Our operatives at the Dick Institute have verified this figure. More or less people succumb, we have failed. We need not take any more lives than is absolutely necessary. Yes?
These are people, innocent human beings, and we're just...
You knew with mathematical certainty that you could end all famine, war, and poverty. What would you do? Exactly. You'd find the best way to get it done. Precisely, surgically, without allowing for any more suffering than is absolutely necessary. It is not fair that innocents have to die so that we can perfect this virus. But I promise you, someone is going to help us. Is there something reflecting in the back? Oh God! Somebody grab her! Grab an intruder! You gotta stand up! No! Get off me! Get off! Get off! Stop!
I have a question. Hello?
Yeah, very interesting. Hi.
Have you no shame?
What?
Have you no shame?
Well, I have a little shame. I have no shame.
Don't be cute. Tell us what you know about the Hanso Foundation.
Foundation is a philanthropic organization that we have co-opted for the
purposes of loss. And we stuck it at the end of an orientation film because we thought it would be
Those
fun.
films are real. We deserve the truth.
No.
We came up with those films. We're writers.
You're liars! You're promoting them as some sort of force for good, but they're not.
Look, you know how Dan Brown uses Opus Dei and the Da Vinci Code? We've taken it.
Okay,
It's the foundation.
stop. Since you claim not to know, why don't I fill you in? How about the name Juke, 105-year-old orangutan? How about a fire in Iceland? Do you know anything about... Stop that. Do you know anything about organ harvesting in Africa? How about the deaths of Hugh McIntyre and Darla Tack from the Global Welfare Consortium?
There are other people waiting to ask questions. We have no connection.
I'm sure that they want me to ask questions.
We have no connection with the Hanso Foundation.
That's a lie. They run ads on your show. They're putting money in ABC's pockets to prove themselves as this great philanthropic organization.
Maybelline runs ads on our shows, and we're not part of the International Makeup Global Consortium.
Stop it. You're protecting them. You're protecting a very real, very dangerous organization.
Look, it's not real. It's a television show. There is no Alvar Hanso.
It is real. The Hanso Foundation is real. The Dharma Initiative is real. Thomas Werner Middleburg is real. And what he's doing in Sri Lanka right now, he's doing terrible things. That's real. Where is Alvar Hanso?
He's an actor.
He's in a window on our TV show.
Alvar Hanso is real. And I am living proof of that. And my name is Rachel Blake, and I am real. And if you want the truth, you will go to HansoExposed.com. You have blood on your hands, you have blood on your hands, you have blood on your hands, and you disgust me!
Thanks.
You disgust me!
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. That was great.
Jorge, what did you do to piss them off?
There's some tough-looking security guards here, huh?
Wow. Okay.
Alrighty then. Wow.
Should we keep going?
Next question.
Yikes.
Wow, that's not going to be easy to follow up.
Well, if you take your shirt off.
Report. Zulu in position. Disable lift control.
Hold Zulu. Bravo. North lobby secure. You have visual on target? Yes, sir. 10th floor. Is that confirmed? White coat, black ponytail. Lunatics in their hair. Wait. 9th floor now. Intel says 10th. Confirmed. 10th floor? Looks like we got a staircase between lab levels 9 and 10. Personnel count on 9. I count 3 and 4. Armed? Unsure. Target moving toward elevators. We're moving. Bravo. Hold. We've been made. Zulu. Got power.
Cutting.
Alpha. Go, go, go. Bravo. Take 9. Got 10. Zulu.
Power cut.
Then why am I seeing lights? They've got auxiliary.
I don't know what this is.
Not a sound effect. Behind you! I see him, south corridor.
Dan?
9 clear. Got him cornered in an office, barricaded.
Who do they have cornered in
We
the
need the
office?
ram. Hands behind your back, face to the floor. We got him. No, that's not gonna work. He's a lookalike.
That'll work.
Repeat, he's a decoy. Our target's still loose.
Where is he?
Gentlemen, I'm sorry to have to do this. We got a radio over here. I can't have my work compromised. You should run. Place is wired. Go, go, go. Namaste.
Oh my. Oh, hello?
You've taken a battle, but that's all it was, a battle. Humanity needs me, now more than ever. I have the virus, I have the will, and I will not fail.